25 Fascinating Facts About Aztec Mythology. Welcome, dear listeners, to an exploration of the captivating world of Aztec mythology, an intricate tapestry of beliefs that thrived within the ancient Mexica civilization. Within the vast tapestry of world mythologies, the Mexica tradition shines as one of the richest and most complex. Their pantheon encompassed a multitude of deities, including creator gods like Ometecuhtli and Omisehuatl, as well as prominent figures such as Quetzalcoatl and Tlaloc. From celestial to aquatic to phenomenal beings, the Mexica deities possessed a diverse array of attributes, sometimes benevolent and other times malevolent. The Mexica culture traces its origins to the legendary land of Aztlan, a mythical region whose actual existence remains uncertain. Around the year 1064, a segment of the Aztec people embarked on a journey from Aztlan. Guided by divine signs, they settled in Tenochtitlan, an island city situated on Lake Texcoco. The iconic image of an eagle devouring a serpent atop a nopal cactus became emblematic of this settlement's founding, a momentous event that marked the birth of the Mexica civilization. Before delving deeper into the realm of Aztec mythology, let's clear up the distinction between the terms Azteca and Mexica. Although these terms are often used interchangeably, they don't carry the exact same meaning. The Aztecs were the inhabitants of the legendary Aztlan, the existence of which remains shrouded in doubt. The Mexica, on the other hand, were a group that emerged from the Aztecs, embarking on a journey that led them to the establishment of Tenochtitlan. Over time, the term Azteca gained prominence and recognition, gradually replacing the usage of Mexica in popular terminology. Now, let us embark on a journey through 25 astonishing facts that illuminate the depth and complexity of Aztec mythology, a treasure trove of ancient tales and beliefs that shaped the Mexica civilization. 1. The Divine Creator in Mexica mythology. At the heart of Mexica mythology stands Ometeotl, the deity of creation. Comprising both Ometecuhtli and Omisehuatl, Ometeotl embodies the masculine essence of creation. The complex Mexica pantheon designates a unique place for each of their four grandchildren among the cardinal points. 2. Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca, creators of sky and earth. In the Mexica creation myth, Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca join forces to form the sky and earth. Before the present world, four other worlds or suns existed, each with its own distinct deity and inhabitants. 3. The divine act of dissection, Tlalochtli, and the creation of the world. Tlalochtli, the earth monster, plays a crucial role in shaping the landscape. Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca collaborated to dismember Tlalochtli, giving rise to the earth and the heavens. 4. The birth of human sustenance. From the dismembered parts of Tlalochtli emerged the vital components of human sustenance. The hair became plants and trees, the skin transformed into grass, and the eyes, mouth, and nose contributed to the formation of rivers, caves, and mountains. 5. Quetzalcoatl's descent to Mictlan. Quetzalcoatl undertook a perilous journey to Mictlan, the underworld, to retrieve bones for the creation of humanity. This myth reveals the struggle and ingenuity that marked the genesis of humankind. 6. The four previous suns. The Mexica believed in a cyclical series of worlds or suns, each with its distinct deities and beings. The first four suns ended in catastrophe, paving the way for the present world. 7. The reign of the sun gods. In these previous suns, Quetzalcoatl, Tlaloc, and Xochitl each took a turn as the ruling deity. The era of each sun was marked by different forms of life, and the rise and fall of civilizations. 8. The Divine Conclave at Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan, a legendary city of cosmic significance, served as the backdrop for a divine council. Here, the gods convened to determine who would carry the weight of the fifth sun, the sun of the present world. 9. The broken bones and the creation of humankind. In a fascinating turn of events, the bones retrieved by Quetzalcoatl from the underworld fractured, resulting in humans of varying sizes. The reluctant lord of the underworld reluctantly assisted Quetzalcoatl in his mission. A rather perplexing situation unfolded as the bones fractured unexpectedly. According to the cited source, Quetzalcoatl presented a shell to create the sound of the bones, as the shell lacked holes for fingers. But industrious worms and bees drilled holes to create the sound. Quetzalcoatl had to act swiftly to gather the bones. Eventually, the Lord of the Underworld commanded that the bones be retrieved, though Quetzalcoatl believed it to be a trick. Consequently, Quetzalcoatl began to run, leading to the excavation of a pit in his path by the Lord of the Underworld. Quetzalcoatl eventually emerged, though the bones were shattered, resulting in humans of diverse sizes. 10. The Divine Assembly at Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan, a renowned city of cosmic importance, stood as the site where the fifth sun, the present world, was born. Once the earth, humans, and sustenance were created, the gods convened in the darkness of Teotihuacan to determine who would bear the mantle of the fifth sun. As recounted by the American archaeologist and Mesoamericanist, the world was shrouded in darkness without the illuminating sun. The gods gathered for a meeting in Teotihuacan, asking, "Gods, come here. Who shall carry the burden? Who shall take upon themselves the weight of being the sun and bringing the dawn?" 11. Tecosistecatl and Nanawazin, a contest for the fifth sun. In a narrative steeped in humility and pride, Tecosistecatl, a deity epitomizing arrogance, volunteered to become the fifth sun. Yet, the other gods favored the more modest Nanawazin for this role. Tecosistecatl, adorned with exquisite offerings of quetzal feathers, gold, and jade, vied with Nanawazin, who chose humble offerings of maguey spines and his own blood as incense. Nanawazin's self-sacrifice in the fire led to the birth of the fifth sun. 2 pyramids, known today as the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon, bore witness to this sacred event. 12. The origin of the Sun and the Moon. Tecosistecatl and Nanawazin, prepared for self-sacrifice, initiated the birth of the fifth sun and the moon. As the gods encircled the sacrificial fire that had burned for 4 days, Tecosistecatl hesitation led to Nanawazin's bold leap. A spark illuminated the sky, and Tonatu, the fifth sun, emerged from the flames. Filled with remorse, Tecosistecatl joined the fire, becoming the moon. This ritual also involved the sacrifice of a jaguar and an eagle, explaining the white-tipped feathers of the latter and the scorched appearance of the former. 14. The complex personalities of Mexica gods. The gods of the Mexica pantheon exhibit intricate personalities. Within this pantheon, Ometeotl and Omisehuatl form the primordial deities, while a diverse array of principal and subsidiary gods govern various domains. These gods possess multifaceted natures, embracing both malevolent and benevolent qualities. Their personas can shift between creator and destroyer, nurturer and enforcer, and encompass an array of attributes that fulfill their divine roles. 15. The iconic Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, stands as one of the most recognizable deities in the Mexica pantheon. Revered for attributes encompassing light, life, knowledge, and fertility, Quetzalcoatl also governed the winds and the western direction. This deity's connection to the planet Venus, symbolizing the morning star, underscores the duality of material and spiritual elements within human nature. The representation of Quetzalcoatl as the feathered serpent embodies this dualism, serpent denoting the physical realm, and feathers symbolizing spiritual values. 16. The rain-bringing Chipetotec and the seasons. Chipetotec, also known as our Lord Skinned One, held a vital role in Mexican mythology. He was attributed with the power to attract rain and sunlight, essential for agricultural prosperity. Revered as the deity of seasons, particularly spring, seed germination, and the renewal of vegetation, Chipetotec symbolized the cycles of life, death, and resurrection. His essence encapsulated transformation, shedding the unnecessary, and turning barrenness into fertility. He employed a shikahuatl, a rattle composed of a staff and a sphere filled with seeds or pellets, to create percussive sounds that beckoned the sun and rain, ultimately nourishing crops, especially maize. 17. Xiuhtecuhtli, the fiery deity. Xiuhtecuhtli, symbolized by a scorpion, embodied the realm of fire and light in Mexica culture. Beyond being the personification of light amidst life's darkness and the provider of sustenance during scarcity, Xiuhtecuhtli was depicted with a yellow or reddish face akin to the flames. His emblematic scorpion signified the searing pain inflicted by its sting. At the close of each 52-year cycle, the Mexica feared divine abandonment, which led to sacrificial rituals to prevent such an outcome. These rituals involved the heart extraction of captives dressed in the deity's attire. 18. Ecatl, the enigmatic wind. Ecatl, the deity of wind, bore characteristics that often aligned with manifestations of Quetzalcoatl. Ecatl represented the breezes that guided rain clouds and stirred the breath of human beings. According to the myth, Ecatl's breath initiated the movement of the fifth sun and the moon while bestowing life upon inert entities. Captivated by a human named Maya, Ecatl granted humanity the capacity for reciprocated love. Depicted with a red beak-shaped mouth mask, Ecatl cleared the path for Tlaloc's rain-bringing endeavors. 19. Tlahuixcalpan-Tecuhtli, the rosy dawn. Tlahuixcalpan-Tecuhtli presented another facet of Quetzalcoatl's persona, symbolizing the rosy hue of dawn and the energy of daybreak. His name, translating to Lord of the Morning Star, aligned with his embodiment of Venus as the morning star. In the Borgia Codex, a pre-Hispanic ritual and calendrical manuscript, Tlahuixcalpan-Tecuhtli appeared as a skeletal archer. He challenged Tonatu, the fifth sun, and was defeated, transforming into Ixtlacoixquimili, a deity linked to calamities, sacrifice, knife-shaped objects, and obsidian. Initially adopted by the Toltecs, Tlahuixcalpan-Tecuhtli's influence extended to various cultures, including the Mexica. 20. Lesser-known deities and phenomena. Among the lesser-known deities of Mexican mythology are Atlacoya, the goddess of drought and black waters, Iote, associated with mist and fog, and Tepeoyotl, connected to earthquakes and echoes. Atlacoya, also referred to as sad water, conversed with Maya well, the goddess of moguey and fertility, as portrayed in the McLean Codex. Additionally, there's Huitzilpoctli, the patron deity of warfare and the Mexica people, represented by an eagle perched on a cactus devouring a serpent. This symbol, found on Mexico's national flag, narrates the foundation of Tenochtitlan as a result of an eagle sighting. 21. Chontico and Xiuhtecuhtli, nurturers of maturation. Chontico, the Aztec goddess, oversaw the maturation of dwarf girls. Chancho, the consort of the god of fire, held a significant role in nurturing the development of these young girls. Xiuhtecuhtli, the Mexican goddess, presided over domestic games and matters of the heart, while also tending to the maturation of dwarf girls. Her symbols included a red serpent and cactus thorns. She was often depicted with a black and red face, as well as a bundle of rays on her back. Her significance was commemorated on the first day of the fourth Trecina, roughly corresponding to March 23, atop the Tepeyoc Hill. Atlatone was also associated with Tuticutli and was regarded as the goddess of water. 22. Huehue, the ancient deity. Huehue, a revered figure in the Mexican pantheon, stands as one of the oldest entities in Mesoamerican mythologies. Known as Wago or the Old God, Huehue was intrinsically tied to fire, its worship extending back to antiquity, evident in relics discovered at ancient sites like Monte Albon and Cojulco. Teotihuacan culture depicted him as a toothless, bearded, hunched old man seated, often carrying a large brazier on his back. In some instances, the brazier itself represented the deity. Huehue's antiquity is highlighted by an artifact from the Ticuman civilization, possibly contemporaneous with Cuicuilco, situated near Lake Texcoco. 23. Toshi, deity of maize and protector of revelry. Toshi, also known as the deity of corn ears or the patron of dry corn, was revered as the god of maize and fertility, as well as the protector of revelry. Often embodying a dual masculine and feminine identity, Toshi bore the names Sintochil as a man and Chicamcotl as a woman. Some versions attribute Toshi's parentage to Pizzatecutli, the god of rain, and Xochiquilzal, the protector of various trades. Xochitl, a youthful deity associated with beauty and carnal pleasures, served as the patron of midwives, weavers, embroiderers, sculptors, goldsmiths, and artists. 24. Quitleque, fertility embodied. Quitleque, the fertility goddess, donned a distinct appearance with hanging breasts. Revered as the fertility deity in Mexican mythology, she was the spouse of Mixcoatl, the god of storms, warfare, and hunting. Adorned with a skirt of serpents and distinguished by her pendant breasts symbolizing fertility, her image, notably preserved in the National Museum of Anthropology, was uncovered during leveling work at Mexico City's main square in August 1790. Her iconic serpentine skirt was interspersed with snakes, contributing to her unique visage. 25. Quetzalcoatl and the Flint Myth. A myth recounts that Quetzalcoatl ejaculated onto a rock, possibly flint. The pedernal ossilex, a rock comprising various minerals, is also related to Mexican mythology. Another myth states that Xitlactlicu, the goddess of stars and other divinities, birthed a flint that gave rise to 1,600 gods and goddesses upon striking the earth. A separate myth, perhaps related, tells of Quetzalcoatl ejaculating onto a stone while bathing, summoning a bat sent by Andres Catlipoca to bite the goddess Xochiquetzal's vulva. While the exact stone isn't specified in the myth, speculation centers on flint due to bats' association with the underworld. These myths, although filled with improbable narratives, offer insight into the explanations ancient populations devised for their existence and their connection to an environment largely unknown to them. While certainties may have been scarce, these myths provide a treasure trove of captivating concepts. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We'll be back soon with more curiosities from history.